Hey y'all. It's it's afternoon. Okay, so good afternoon, y'all. And today we shall be discussing could he be the one? Oh my gosh. Y'all, as y'all get in here, y'all click the like button and say hello. Say hi, type something so that I know that you guys are here. I'll give y'all a few minutes to get in. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, hey y'all. The title of this video is going to um, indicate could he be the one? Could you be the one? The one. Who is the one? Many people ask this question. Morpheus thought he knew. Trinity thought she knew. Neo, he wouldn't show if he was the one. I don't know. But for y'all, everyone has a different the one. And sometimes it's only the one for now, or the one for then, or the one for later, or the one back then. So the one you pick is the one. Okay. Let me repeat that. The one you choose to spend a lot of time with and energy with is the one for now. So, because what happens if they leave or die? Then you left with no one, or is there another one? That's why they have this word called another, and then the one that comes after it, one, another one, because there's more than one. Okay, that's why there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because there is more than one. So could he be the one? Could he be the one you choose? Is what should come after that. Could he be the one that gets you? Could he be the one that intrigues you enough to take you off the market? That's what the question should be. There's never just one person. Okay, so I want to clear that up. Okay, there is never just the one. There is the one that you choose, or the one that wants you to choose them, or the one that is there right now. That's the one for now. Okay. Because several people have probably been divorced, remarried, or had childhood, teenage, college relationships, and they thought that they were the one until they found another one and another one and another one until they started sounding like you know who, that DJ. So, whatever you feel is the one, that's what you're going to make into the one. Your mind is going to say, okay, this is the one. And you're going to make everything about that person until you realize there's only just that one for now. It could be another one tomorrow or next year or in 10 years from now, but it's never going to stay the same unless that person and you live and die and breathe until the last breath on earth. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. Why do men look but not approach you? I don't know. I don't know what you look like, but they could be scared, or they could be maybe they admire what you look like, but in their world, maybe you don't fit in. It's a lot of reasons. It could be they're shy. It could be they're not ready financially to step up to someone like you. It could be a assortment of reasons, but we don't know. So just pick the best one that lifts your self-esteem up. That's what I always do. Period. Okay. Well, they looking, but they ain't coming over. Obviously, they can't afford. That's what I'm always going to go with. Okay. All right. Make me feel good and answers the question. All right. You said men are respectful. Exactly. If you're not in a setting where it's social time or social hour, they're not going to approach you in an in polite way, or in a disrespectful way, or in an inappropriate way. Okay. But if you are, in a social environment, then it could be something, like I said, of various reasons. What do you think about the woman? I don't watch that show. I'm so sorry. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, I don't watch that show. So let me read some of these questions. So the one can be the one you choose, the one that you have a lot in common with, or that's going to do the most for you, or that you can get along with, and all of the above. So make sure you're not just limiting yourself to someone who you think could be the one because of how you temporarily, let me say that one more time, temporarily feel. Now, just because you've been with someone doesn't mean that you won't always have love for them, but it doesn't mean that they are the one for you always and forever. Okay. So make sure you know that. Like you can like a lot of people like still keep in touch with, their high school boyfriend or whatever. I know I don't. But they still have love for these people because they were a big part of their life. So they still have love for them, but they are not in a relationship and they no longer think that that person is the one, or they no longer feel that they're supposed to be together. So a lot of times people feel there's only one person for them. It's just not true. If it was, what if you never found them out of all the 7 billion plus people in the world? We have to think about that. Okay. You said your boyfriend found your ba found out you got another phone and he broke the phone and got mad. Then I called the popo and he got charged. Now he don't talk to me. What should I do? Um, he wasn't the one, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If he gonna get that mad over buying you a phone, he ain't gonna talk to you. Then let him not talk to you, girl. When he call and beg and plead, he'll be trying to talk to you in a few weeks. Believe. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle, and make sure you get what you want out of it. Okay. Okay. You said, let's read these. You said they stare, 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 but never approach. Well, if you're at a high-end luxury store and you look and you stare and you ask, yourself, can you afford these items? And the answer is no. You're not even going to bother to go in there and be like, okay, well, I think I want to buy something today. So a lot of times people can't afford to enter into any new relationships or go dating these days. People worry about their gas money, baby, or they're just got too many women already, or one very expensive one, or they're too shy, or they think you're gonna shame them in public and turn them down. So we don't know. But if they thought you were the one, they might approach. And this is also another reason why a lot of women, like, they try to get information on what men really find attractive, what will they approach, what are they most comfortable approaching. And depending on what they look like and what you look like at the same time, maybe they don't feel like they're dressed good enough to approach you if you're really dressed nice. Or maybe they feel like, they don't have time to chat with you because they're on their way to do something. So make sure you kind of like if you're appropriate for a certain place and everyone in that place is casual and you're dressed very, very nice and it's almost too much, most people may not approach you. So you might need to just blend a little bit more and, stick out only with your beauty and not your accessories and all your purses and shoes and stuff like that, but maybe just accentuate your beauty and your charm. Okay. Find someone. Well, okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what y'all talking about. Because, the one is not ever going to present themselves, hey, I'm the one for you. You will never know until you know. You know what I'm saying? And there's only the one for that given moment of time. Your ex won't leave you alone. How do you get him to do more financially? Um, Tell him to do more financially. I don't know. He's your ex. He don't really got to do nothing. He won't leave you alone. Then you can block, baby. Most women are not feminine enough to do that, though. Okay, y'all talking to each other. Uh-oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. We are the same age, and I still learn from you. Okay, living large. You living large. Thank you, sprinkle, sprinkle. Which places are appropriate to work for a few hours a week to be seen at freestyle at the same time? Um, Girl, I don't know. Funeral home. Lots of rich widowers. Honestly, you act like I have a job and have worked for it. I don't work, baby. The last time I worked, I was like in my early 20s. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like worked for money that my life, my car note, and my stuff depended on. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know. Like some people are saying yacht club, restaurant, but like I really wouldn't work anywhere. I would just go freestyle. Be a lifeguard at a nice gym, baby. I don't know. You got the body. Sprinkle, sprinkle at one of them Lifetime or fitness places or like a country club or something. If you have a lifeguard body. If you don't, just don't even work and just be a member, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Can you be with a man who gives you everything you want, but you have to be in a polyamorous relationship with him? And would you recommend it to other women? Um, so I can have another one too. As long as I can have one on the side, I'm cool. I don't care because I won't matter to me. I won't allow any type of feelings to develop for that. As long as I get what I want and I can get what I want, do what I want. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like you'd have to answer that question for yourself emotionally because I wouldn't care. As long as I was getting out what I want and I could do what I want. Your front runner is a provider and in love, but not very manly. How to overlook when you're young. First runner up is a provider too, but less in love. Whichever one giving you the most money, sprinkle, sprinkle. That's all that's gonna matter in the end anyway. No matter what, most men are gonna disappoint you. So go with the one with the most money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. Somehow, some way, like you're never gonna ever be satisfied if you're looking for a man to make you happy or satisfy every aspect of your life because men are not supposed to do that anyway. You're supposed to do that. So you might as well go with the one with the most money. If you don't go with the one with the most money, at least go with the one you get along with pretty good and that you can have everything you pretty much want. You know what I'm saying? So the one I would definitely go with the one with the most freedom and giving you everything you want. That's what's gonna really matter. Tell me how to get a man money. Look good. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Look good and act like you deserve it. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. You said you quit your job in 2019 and never looked back and happily never had to. Good for you, girl. Because, those working days are not good. I would like, I would have to find another way to get paid if I can't go work for nobody else. Uh-oh, light your sapphire, sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, light my sapphire, sprinkle, sprinkle. Got emotionally attached to your first sugar daddy and did get three more sugar daddies, but that doesn't help. He gave me 3K a month. Is super intelligent, cool, COO of a large company married. How do I keep him but lose the feelings? Get another one on the side. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know. Like, start planning your own wedding with another person, maybe, or like getting maybe I don't know. Like, I can't tell you how to lose feelings. You just have to be like focused on a goal, maybe, like you're just going to use that 3K for something towards yourself and your future. Okay. Just met a perfect gentleman making six figures, treat you like a queen, and knows you the prize. You 34, he 37, with provider mindset. What do you think? I would never marry anybody in my same age range. Sorry, unless they way more paid. They got to be way more paid than me. At least by 3 or 4 times way more. They got to make 3 or 4 times my salary if I'm gonna date somebody in my same age range, because that's not gonna work out for me. So I don't know what to tell you. Honestly, I couldn't. I would be. I would. They would be too young for me in the mind. You said you were having a bad experience with white guys. They never let me forget that I'm black. But you're black, and don't you forget it. Um, well, do the same to them. Carry some sunscreen in your purse and be like, baby, you need some sunscreens. Do the same to them. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, there you go. You said calling you chocolate and call them vanilla puff and carry some sunscreen. That's all I can tell you. I mean, at least you care. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you just stay away. I mean, like, okay, so if you're gonna date an out of the race, you're gonna have to get some, like you gotta have to get some understanding that not everything they say is going to be meant to offend you, even if it does offend you. Just take whatever they said to you and turn it back around and say the same thing to them in a different way that may invoke the same feelings. And then they may see what they're doing incorrect and they may stop. And if they don't, then you continue. Call them your vanilla puff and carry sunscreen and like spray it on when he ain't looking, like, "Ah, you almost starting to get a little, red right there. So I wanted to take care of you." I don't know, but make sure you make them feel the same way you feel in some sort of way, but do it in a nice way. Okay. All right. Like if they think you know everything about everybody who's black, then ask them about everybody who's white. Whatever. Just do the same thing back to them, and if they'll get the picture, okay, and it'll ease off. All right, there you go. um, what is there from experience of being your feeling? Oh, okay. So I give good advice, and how did I experience being able to naturally detach, going to help you and those who are closest to you in the long run. Um, because if you're caring more than anyone else is caring in such a relationship, then you're not smart. And I pride myself on at least being somewhat smart. So if I'm doing more caring, um, and my feelings are more attached in a relationship than the other person, then I'm not in a relationship. And so therefore I can't be attached because I'm in my own relationship with myself. And then there's another person that I'm attaching feelings to. So therefore I can never really be attached. So I use reverse psychology as well as common sense and reasoning. Okay? So there you go. Unless those feelings are returned in the same amount, you're not really in a relationship. So you can't really be attached. There you go. Because in order to be attached, the other person has to actually be there for you to attach yourself to. So there you go. You're not attached. You just feel more than you should. And once you realize that you're not really attached, then it's easy to not accept feeling attached. Okay. You believe you said you didn't like James when you first met him. Why was that? Because it's not that I didn't like him. I didn't know him when I first met him. So how could you like someone you don't know? I wasn't really super trying to find anybody at the moment. But since he did approach me, I listened to what he had to say. And I guess the more he talked, and I think it was his persistence that got me. Like he don't give up. And like everything I threw at him, he caught it. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like I think a lot of times it's not about what someone looks like, it's about what they can do and how they respond to you. Okay. What what do you do when both men propose other than being scared for your life? Get 2 rings and then let them wonder where you at. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So do I suggest being kind of rude to men like when you were to James? If you look good enough to be, yes. I was, you know what? There was only two other women in the place that I met, so I could be as rude as I want. There was zero competition where I was, and so I could care less, and that's why I probably was that rude because no one was there to witness my rudeness. Um, but I wasn't trying to get him, so that was trying to get rid of him, but it didn't work. So whatever you make of that, like he wouldn't give up. He wouldn't take no for an answer. He kept trying. And not in an annoying and weird, creepy way, but just in a way that know that he ready to spend some money. Okay. Okay. There you go. And honestly, at that given time, that's all I was thinking about. I wasn't looking for anything else. I mean, I was young. What else am I supposed to be looking for? Okay, so y'all have to keep that in mind. Like y'all keep thinking that, okay, when I was young, I was 22 when I met him. What were you thinking? What are you going to be thinking about, or what were you thinking about at 22? Were you thinking about true love? Were you thinking about this or that? Or were you thinking about how you tired of working and want to get all your bills paid so you would go have fun, go vacation, look cute, dress how you want? What were you thinking? I didn't have any kids. I was free. I didn't have any responsibilities except for like a, a couple of small bills. And so I was just like ready to have the time of my life. Okay. So that's all I can tell you. And he was the one for the end. He was the one paid them bills. I don't know. That's all I can tell you. If a guy is so nice to you, always asking you about you and help you sometimes, but you don't want him because he's broke, how to get rid of him? Asking for a big, large amount of money. Hmm. Okay. Do you miss your younger years? I often think about. Actually, I had enough younger years to last a long time. I really don't miss them, but I do have lots of fond memories, and I remember having a lot of fun and doing a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do. So I feel like I've actually lived enough, maybe too much, uh, in my youth, and it's why I could talk about it so easily and fondly now because I have those memories. And I never said, "Oh, I shouldn't do this," because I might regret it unless I didn't do it. But I have all those fond memories to think back on now and give advice to other young women about, and my daughters and all that kind of stuff. So I do, I don't really miss them, but I cherish them. I'll say that. Mhm. Mhm. Do you miss life before social media? Life before social media, it was easier to get men with money. Um, so that's why I think a lot of women would probably a lot of women, then again, a lot of women weren't learning as much before social media, and so they only knew what their mom taught them or what they observed from other women that they hung around, or books that they read or whatever. They did not have a lot of people telling them, certain things. So it's kind of a win lose, but at the same time, if you're smart, you'll find someone who doesn't have a lot of social media or doesn't really get on social media if you're smart. Mostly older guys are not on social media or they don't get on there like that and they're not super savvy with it. So you're more likely to run into less issues. You attract men, but once you talk, you turn them off. What to do to improve? You need to stay silent one time, but I came off as boring. I don't know. Like, have something interesting to talk about. If you're boring to them, then you boring to them. Or I don't know. Like, maybe they don't want to talk. Maybe they just want to listen to music and have fun and have a drink. And you know what I'm saying? It's not all about talking sometimes. Sometimes it's about having fun. Activities. Find dates that do activities, dance, you know, stuff like that. Um, or talk, or you have to talk about something else besides yourselves. You say everyone is on, but they not on social media. You know what I'm saying? They not on social media. They may have social media profile, but they not on it 24/7, posting pictures and doing all this stuff like the young people are. So I would say the older they are, the less they are on social media. I should have said that, or the less they check their social media. Okay, they don't like really post. Yeah, they don't post too much. Some men carry a lot of ego, but how to put up with egotistical men? Should we or how do act like you don't see no ego at all, baby? Match the ego. Sparkle. Like honestly, I don't see ego. All I see is me go. If I see your ego, you gonna see ego. And when I come back, then you gonna see your own ego reflected on you. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, what is the ego? Inflated confidence, right? Inflated confidence. It should be normal. So maybe they don't even feel like that's an ego. Maybe that's their norm. Maybe because sometimes a lot of women feel like a man have a big ego because they have low self-esteem. If their ego is too big for you, then your self-esteem ain't high enough for yourself, girl. Get it higher. Get your self-esteem up higher. And you won't even detect that much of an ego. You might detect a little bit of an ego. But if it's unnecessarily or like very toxic, then match it with your toxic ego. What you doing? It's like, or just start singing that song. Got a big ego. Just like y'all have to be a little bit different in order to fear y'all fear messing up too much. What if I say the wrong thing? What if I'm boring? What if he has a big ego? What if I say the wrong thing? What if he don't call me back? Girl, just sing the song. You're not telling him he got a big ego, all you doing is singing a song. If he get the picture, he get it. If he don't, he don't. Or play it. Or better yet, play it. You ain't even got to sing it. Like honestly, we don't. It's 2022 or whatever year it is from now that y'all are watching this. You know, either he gonna be with you or he ain't. Do what you gotta do. All right, yeah. Don't take things too seriously because I never do. You're gonna be laughing when you supposed to be crying. We gonna both be laughing. We gonna both be laughing. All right. Any advice for getting a provider boyfriend? You've watched Shira, but sometimes I've been afraid to put myself out there. Any advice? You got it's about who you pick. Like honestly, you already know if you there's a room full of men. Let's say there's 20 men in a room, all different ages, all different walks of life, sizes, income levels, look, and you know looks. You already know the one that's gonna give you the most just by looking at them. Okay, that's how you find a provider. It don't get no simpler than that. Okay, I don't know what to tell you, but that's as easy as it gets. Hmm. Let's see. I got one more question, then I gotta go. What to do about a target goes missing for days at a time, but gets mad when I do it back? Um, First of all, there's no reason for anyone to get mad if you ain't got no ring, if he ain't paying no bills. You said target, you ain't even say bill payer. So that's just you being silly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I would just ignore that person. If they ain't paying their bill, if they getting mad, it's been days. He ain't finna pay nothing. I'm done. On to the next, baby. What did I eat for lunch? Um, None of your bit. No, whatever I ate. Number one cause for divorce: men finding younger women. Sprinkle, sprinkle, and fighting over money. All right. He fly you out and everything was perfect, but once I'm back, he called yelling why I spent 2K on the spa without telling him and then act like he didn't yell at me the next morning. Well, you got your 2K spa and he not yelling no more, so what's done is done. Shoot, you can yell at me for 2K and pretend like it didn't happen. I could care less. As long as I got what I wanted. I ain't gonna be listening to you yell anyway. I'm gonna figure out how I'm finna get two more K. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. So make sure. Okay, like just because they talking don't mean you got to listen. Unless you trying to. You could tune people out just as easily as you spent that 2K and not think, thought twice about it. While he yelling, be thinking of all the spa treatments you got and how good they made you feel and look. And then when he's finished, and be like, okay, I'm so sorry, babe. Sprinkle, sprinkle, bye. Then go do it again. Um, there you go. He was just responding. He was just letting you know that he ain't balling like you thought he was. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He's just letting you know 2K is still a lot to him, girl. You better watch out. Better go maybe keep your eye open for another. Should you mention you want to be provided for on the third date? If you look like the type of person they will provide for, yes. I mean, they're not gonna say no, so why not? Like I said, if you ask that question straight up, you better know they're gonna say yeah. Hmm. All right, so I'm gonna go now. This was meant to be a short little quick video. But I do appreciate everyone who donated. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If y'all didn't donate, just hit the like button. That would be a very nice gesture to do. Um, and until the next time, I will. You see how you get your husband to stop. You can't get people to stop watching stuff. They freedom. Watch whatever. Let them watch whatever they want. This smells so good. I picked all these from my garden. I'm trying to dry them out, but it smells good. It's like lavender, basil, sage. Mm. Yes. What if he already paying for his first girl and don't have much left to pay on the new one? Then one of them girls better get another one at the same time so they can get their money. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If anyone has an issue with my message, don't watch. Okay. Like a lot of people always want to ask me, well, what about this? What about that? Go type that in on the search key and press enter and go find somebody who's talking about that. Because honestly, when I do my videos, it's to help women who are not still in that state of mind to where they're conflicted about whether they should put themselves first or not and whether they deserve what they want or not. Okay, when you get to that step, that's for my channel. If you still struggling with, are you good enough? Is this wrong? I shouldn't be putting myself first. Should I really be helping a grown man? Then maybe you can listen, but until you are 100% sure that you are number one in your own life and that you deserve what you want, then maybe responding and saying certain things will be more helpful to everyone. Okay, so that's where we are. And if you're not there yet, just keep watching. Maybe you'll get there. But at the same time, know that this is your life and no one's going to put you first if you don't put yourself first. No one's going to feel like you deserve anything if you don't feel like you deserve anything. All I know is get what you want, do what's best for you and those who are closest to you, and have the life that you want. That's it. There's no compromise. Okay? Because they ain't compromising when it comes to you. Believe. All right. Bye. Sprinkle, sprinkle.